This game just crashed Roblox, Roblox just scammed all of us, and more insane news today. And before, we're trying to reach 400,000 subs by the end of the year, and now it's only 30 days left, so please subscribe, thank you, let's get right into it. Our first scene to start with Roblox actually scamming us, kind of, and there's two different stories in this one. Firstly, let's start with a pretty controversial Roblox update they just announced. RTC News tweeted us saying, Roblox is changing the price for UC bodies. Head can be 75 Robux, but a full body package will be 175 Robux minimum. Any existing body cheaper than this will automatically be changed to fit the new minimum of 175 Robux tomorrow. So yeah, pretty insane. If you're kind of confused, let me break down what's going on here. So originally when Roblox launched like UGC heads and bodies, they were allowed to make them free. That's why we got iconic packages like the Billy avatar, for example, because it was a free package, and overall it's a very cool thing they're doing. And then like a month ago now, or maybe less, Roblox announced that they're going to be changing it so you can no longer have those items for free. And at that time they said they're going to change them so they have to be 75 Robux minimum. And then they also had a whole thing about like they're going to change every single free item and they'll take down any free items and stuff like that. It was a really crazy situation going on. And obviously everyone was super angry at this because to go from having a bunch of cool free packages to now forcing them to cost a minimum of 75 Robux was just horrible. And now they announced that it's more expensive now. Not only is it just 75 Robux, they keep the 75 Robux for the heads, but packages are going to become more expensive now because they all have to be 175 minimum now, so way higher than usual. And now literally you're not going to be able to get any Roblox package for free anymore, and minimum is going to cost 175 Robux, which is pretty expensive, especially considering that it went from free to 75 to now 175. And overall everyone's just pretty angry at Roblox by this. People feel scammed by Roblox because, you know, stuff used to be free, and everyone's saying that Roblox is super money hungry and it's like the bad direction to go to. But with everyone being angry, I saw some people saying that like, oh, 175 Robux is not a lot, but you have to consider that like a lot of people just can't get Robux straight up, you know, they just can't afford it or they just can't get it. And a lot of people literally depend on free items and stuff like this to customize their avatar. So obviously when they released something originally free, it was very cool for everybody. And I think that's kind of where the problem lies here. If Roblox just released this update originally with like the floor price, people would probably be mad, but it wouldn't be that insane. But people are more angry because they went from having it free to 75 and now 175, making it even more expensive. So I feel like that's why everyone's really mad at them. And speaking of which, this next part kind of ties into the story, being that for a lot of people recently, the refund and stuff just have been completely broken. As we can see in this Reddit post, this person said that a lot of their transactions and stuff were just completely skipped, and they contacted Roblox support and they said they can't do anything about it. And you can read the comments, a lot of people are saying that they've had refunds that they did months ago and they still haven't received it. And overall, a lot of people are saying that the refund system's kind of broken right now, and transactions and refunds are just being really bad. And like the person in the original post explained, he tried contacting Roblox support and it just didn't work. So that's pretty bad from Roblox. In this comment section, I also saw something else pretty interesting. I saw a lot of people saying that they had refunds for so long now and they never got it. And then people followed up saying that when you get a message for a refund, you actually have to click like in the refund message where it says to like refund it. And apparently Roblox changed it so it's just automatic, but for a lot of people who still have those older refunds, you don't just automatically get it. You actually have to go to the message and then accept the agreement or whatever it was. And I think because of this, a lot of people missed their refunds and they didn't like trigger it or anything. Like I said, I think they changed this. Someone said that in the comments, but if you have older refunds that you just seem like you didn't get them, make sure you actually go into them and accept the agreement. Because if you don't do that, Roblox won't actually give you the Robux. But besides that, even with people doing that, a lot of people are saying that they just haven't received refunds and the transaction has been really broken recently. And to make it worse, like the guy mentioned in the original post, moderation and the support team isn't really helping at all. So it's pretty awful because a lot of people are missing a bunch of Robux from this. And anyways, moving to our next story, something pretty interesting that happened recently. So just recently, Roblox completely updated Headless to make it a dynamic head, which is very confusing. I don't know how this works because dynamic heads are stuff that's supposed to move with like your face and your lips and stuff and whatever, but I mean it's headless, so I don't know how that works. I saw a comment of someone saying that if you put on a hat, that's the reason they do it, because you know you can move your head around and then the hat knows when to move. But besides that, this is the reason I'm pretty sure they accidentally made Headless free a little bit ago, so they kind of like reverted this change, but now it's completely out like normally for people. But also with this, some interesting stuff happened because I think they changed like the location of it since it's a dynamic head now, like in your accessory page. And if you look at like Roblox Headless on Twitter, a lot of people were saying that and they thought that their headless actually got removed because a lot of people weren't aware that they changed it to dynamic. So a lot of people are tweeting out saying that Roblox removed my headless where's my Headless, and my Headless get deleted. And it actually got a lot of people concerned because they didn't realize that Roblox actually changed it. And well, luckily Roblox didn't, remove the Headless. It's just in a different category now since it's classified as a dynamic head. And with that being said, I guess it's pretty cool. I saw some people excited about it, but to be honest, I have no idea how that works. And anyways, moving to our next story, something pretty interesting that happened recently. So if you guys remember, a month ago or a little bit longer now, David Baszucki, the owner of Roblox himself, posted something on YouTube which was very interesting because he hasn't posted on YouTube for years. And one day out of nowhere on his community tab, he posted this really weird teaser with the caption just saying November. And when this posted this, there's so much weird things about this post. Number one being that why is the owner of Roblox hyping up some update in November? Number two being why is he even posting in the first place? Like, that YouTube account has been active in so long, and then one day he randomly posted this. And number three, it uses the old Roblox logo and stuff, and the overall just poster looks weird, and it's also legal font at the bottom. So when this got posted, it was a big mystery in the community, and everyone's really confused what was going on. And well, now November is officially over, so what does this even mean? Well, we don't know officially what this means, but now that November is over, we can kind of speculate, I guess. The post said the Roblox update, so it seems to be referring to an update. And the biggest thing that's happened this month was probably the calling update, so maybe he was referring to that. But also this month was Investor Day, which was a big event Roblox hosted for investors. So a lot of people were saying that maybe it was that, but it would be weird if it's Investor Day because he was talking about how it's an update in the post, and in Investor Day they didn't announce any updates. They were just showing stats and stuff. So this post is very weird and still kind of unanswered. The calling update was pretty huge, but by the time David Baszucki posted it, we already kind of knew of the update since they announced it at RDC. So it seems weird for him to hype it up on his YouTube. Really weird stuff going on here, but that seems to be the best guess right now. And if you have any other ideas on what he could have been talking about, let me know in the comments. Anyways, moving to our next wave, a pretty big glitch going around, and you actually have to be very careful on Roblox right now. If you go to someone's Roblox profile right now, chances are they have their YouTube, Twitter, or something linked to their profile. And it seems harmless, people use this to just add their Twitter or whatever, but people have found a way to change this link to a logout link, and if you click it, it actually forces you to log out of all your accounts. And I think for Twitter and stuff, it doesn't really work, but if you put a YouTube logout link and people click on it without knowing, it logs them out of every single Google account they have, which is obviously really annoying because people have to log into every single one again, and it just kind of breaks everything. And I'm pretty sure you can see the link if you hover over it before clicking on it. So if you see anyone you don't know and you're going to check out their social medias, make sure the link isn't a logout thing. I'm not going to show the link because, let's be real, if I did, everyone's probably going to add it. But just so you know, the link does say logout in it. That's how you know it's a logout link. But with that being said, it's actually a pretty big issue going on because a lot of people are saying that it's so annoying because they keep getting logged out of all their accounts, and it's a pretty crazy thing going on. And a pretty crazy glitch. I guess it's not really a glitch, it's more of a loophole, but you know what I mean. But anyways, with that being said, let's move to our next story of the new Pet Simulator game actually crashing and destroying Roblox. As expected, to be honest, but it actually broke and destroyed Roblox a bit more than probably expected. Let me break down what's going on. So firstly, if you aren't aware somehow, if you're not aware, you probably live under a rock, but the new Pet Simulator game released today, and it was highly anticipated. It's called Pet Simulator 99. Obviously, everyone knew this occasion was going to be huge, Pet Simulator is one of the biggest games on Roblox, so when they released a new game, everyone knew it was going to probably break Roblox. And it did. Right now, if you check Roblox status and stuff, you can see the website starting to break and crash, and a lot of people just can't play Roblox right now, and they can't play the new game as well. I know when the new game released, a lot of people tried to get in, and it already broke right away. They couldn't even get into the game, which is actually pretty crazy. And also, with that being said, we actually don't know properly how much the game peaked at because it actually completely broke Roblox. I went to search it up and check, and it told me there was 10 people playing the game, which obviously isn't true. From what I've seen, a lot of people said that it peaked at around 400,000 people, but if you keep refreshing, the number keeps going up, and Roblox is just completely broken right now. The game has so much hype and so much players joining it that Roblox can't even properly update the counter, and they don't even know how much people are playing the game. But it seems to be at around 400,000 people peak, which is obviously a lot, but they probably would have had more if they did it on a weekend tomorrow, but even then, that's still crazy. And well, like I said, as expected, this game is completely destroying and crashing Roblox right now. Roblox is going down, people can't play Roblox right now, a lot of people can't get into the new game right now, which is obviously expected. Whenever a big game or update releases and gets a bunch of players, Roblox always crashes, and everyone thought it was going to crash because of this anyways, and that's exactly what happened. And overall, this launch was just massive. It probably would have been bigger if they did it tomorrow, like I said, But also another factor is that, you know, they're releasing this during school time for a lot of people. But even then, with all those factors, the fact that they still got 400,000 people is actually crazy. But they probably could have got like 1 million, honestly, if they did it on a different day. But that's besides the point. The game will obviously do well over time. And right now, the game is completely crashing and destroying Roblox. Early and hard to say, but from what I've seen, a lot of people seem to like the game already. But overall, it's just really hyping the community right now. And if you ever play, let me know what you think in the comments, because right now I see a lot of positivity. And if you enjoyed, however, check out this video. Roblox is actually being hacked right now. I'll see you in the next one.